Rick's List, CNN weekday afternoons, 3 Eastern.
Janice Wells is a 57-year-old school teacher in Georgia, all right? A couple of months ago, she calls 911. She's calling the police because she wants the police to come and help her because she says there may be an intruder at her house. The officer shows up and he sees Janice with a man next to her. The officer assumes that man is the bad guy, so they start demanding that Janice tell them all this information about this man. Janice says, no, I don't need to tell you any information about this man. He has nothing to do with the reason I called. But suddenly, the police turn on her. They chase her around the yard and then finally catch her, and they start to arrest her for obstructing justice in her own house. During the arrest, they start pepper spraying her. They call for backup. When the next officer shows up, that's when this gets really weird. They start tasing her repeatedly. Now, I'm going to take you through this a little bit, but first, let's just watch it together, and then I'm going to bring in Andy Hill, one of my favorite police officer experts, on the other side of this. You ready? Dan, let's watch it.
Come on. No, get the car. You want that? Oh, God. Oh, God. Get the car. 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 Get in the car. You gonna get it again? Sir, I ain't did nothing. You gonna get it again? God, I teach school. You gonna get it again? I teach school. All right. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm gonna put you with the pose. Get my shoe and my pocketbook. I ain't gonna do nothing. You mason yet? Yeah. You took a load of it. Yeah. Stop! Let just hit me. Stop! If you let him. Larry, help me! Come on. Larry, help me. Larry, I ain't did nothing, Larry.
Go ahead and get in the car and we'll talk.
Get in the car.
Go ahead and get in the car.
Get in the car. Let him cuss you.
Larry, I didn't do nothing. Okay, we'll talk about it when we get up to the station. Yeah, I know it. We'll talk about it when we get
I just called him because I want him.
Who around here?
Ask John to leave, Larry.
Where's he at now?
He gone home, and then he wanted John. I said, sir, I don't want to.
Ask her some questions. She
I
said,
don't want to
I didn't tell you nothing. I don't want to tell you nothing. I said, well, you can go to jail then. She said,
All right, so you saw what the police did when they arrived on the scene. I want to bring in Andy Hill now, retired police officer with the Phoenix Police Department. Andy, first of all, let me share with you some new information. One of those officers has been suspended and the other one has been fired. I think you'd agree they should probably have been suspended and fired, if not both fired at this point, right?
Well, not only that, but I'm sure depending upon what the internal investigations would show, there might even be cause to look into some criminal charges if she was restrained already when she was tased. That's a tough one.
I can't understand why it is, and look, you know I love you guys, and you know my brother's a police officer. You and I have had a long relationship talking about things like this on the air. I have other police officer friends, but I don't understand why it's so hard for police departments in the United States to teach their officers that these tasers are not toys, and then they're not going to be used like flashlights where they just shine them wherever they want them, that they have an effect, and that they're supposed to be used for compliance, to warn people that you'll use it if they stop doing something or if they don't do something. Not to start tasing someone and then start making demands of them. That just doesn't make any sense, Andy.
Well, no, it's almost like it's retribution. What happens is that tool of the taser is a great tool, and the company makes it real clear how you're supposed to use it and use it properly. And it's also got its own, way of showing, obviously in the what's inside that taser tells you how long duration that trigger is pulled, how many times.
All right,
let
me stop you there. No, hold on. Let me stop you there because I want to show you something. And I watched this thing back and forth with my staff a couple of times. Watch at the beginning. We're going to re-roll this, Dan, if you're getting ready to go here, but hold on. Watch at the beginning where the officer shows up and he starts making demands and he's asking her to do stuff while he's tasing her, and he continues doing it for, I counted 8 seconds, which is what I learned at the police academy when I went and spent some time there, is about 4 seconds more than you're supposed to do. But let's watch it together. Here it is.
Sure.
Come on.
No, sir!
Get the car.
You want to
Okay. You hear that little...
Get the car.
You hear that?
Get the car.
You hear that right there?
Get the car. Get the car.
That's the tase.
Get the car.
And it was going all throughout at the beginning. And now, watch. He starts again.
You're going to get it again. You're going to get it again.
And there he goes. You know, that's not
Well,
the
Rick,
way
if I
you're...
can make a couple of comments.
Go
right there.
ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Number one, the first officer who was alone, he was obviously in a fight because when that second officer gets there, that first officer is holding his back. He's obviously tired. He's had some kind of thing happen. The second officer, he comes out of his car with that taser in his hand, ready to go. He doesn't even know the situation yet. All he heard was when I read what was in the paper was he could tell by the officer's voice that he was tired, maybe had a fight. But he came out with the taser in hand. He was ready to use it with his, in his hand. So, and he goes over behind the car. I don't even know if he knew what that person looked like before he got there, but he was obviously ready to go. And then the way that it was deployed, absolutely wrong.